Today, I will be going through quick learning, but specifically on learning to do something rather than acquiring theoretical knowledge from memorizing and understanding. Before I get into the details, you need to understand the difference between knowing something through theories and ideas and putting those theories and ideas to the test through practicality. Now that you've got that in mind, let's jump in. I will explain quick learning using parts to help you understand it better, and these parts involve breakdown, repetition, mistake recognition plus improvement, and then quality repetition. Breakdown. To learn a skill, you need to break down the different steps and phases of learning that skill. This is done so that you can manage the smaller steps one by one until the whole skill is acquired, and it's to make sure that you do not quit after the first try due to seeing how complicated the skill may be initially. As an example, a person might learn to swim freestyle by first focusing on proper breathing, then slowly do arm and leg movements to start to develop muscle memory for freestyle swimming. Depending on the skill, you might attempt to perform it as a whole, such as doing a certain pin spin trick, or it could be performing something which can help you achieve that skill, such as doing inclined one-arm push-ups as part of progressing to do actual one-arm push-ups flat on the floor. Pure repetition is not enough, which is why, depending on the skill, there will be mistakes that have to be recognized and taken into account. It might be performing the skill without the right technique or performing part of the skill wrong, which causes you to mess up the overall skill when you try to perform it. Back to my freestyle swimming example to give you more understanding. Part of where a person can mess up in that could be lifting their head too high to breathe, which can cause the rest of their body to sink into the water and slow them down. This can cause excessive use of energy to swim forward from that position without themselves even knowing. After the mistakes have been recognized, that's where you can then work on those lacking areas to make improvements and eventually perform the whole skill. But that would have to be achieved through. I call it quality repetition because this stage involves a good amount of conscious thinking when performing each repetition of the skill, and not just simply repeating without being aware of it. If you can consciously think for every repetition of the skill you are doing, your body will naturally recognize the movement patterns and develop the muscle memory needed to then perform the skill. What's more is that all of this would be achieved much more quickly than if you were to just simply commence 1,000 repetitions without much awareness. As a bonus element, I would like to add patience and time. You are probably tired of hearing this, but unfortunately, it is what you have to keep in mind throughout your timeline of acquiring a skill. Try to remember the previous skills you obtained and the frustration and persistence you had to achieve it, but in the end, you knew all of that hard work was worth it. So the same thing is to be applied when learning a new one. That's it for today, and I hope you found this video useful, and I will be looking forward to posting more helpful content in the future. Please don't forget to like this video and activate the subscribe button to not miss out on later videos. Until next time.